What in the world? Well, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 22 of the Let's Play world. You might notice up in the upper right-hand corner, I have a haste icon. So you saw me kill a wither, and with that wither, I created a beacon, and there it is. And if you joined me on the live stream, you saw me install this beacon. And a big thank you to everybody who tuned in for the live stream. I'm going to do it every week, and you can follow along and see my schedule on my Twitch channel, which is on the screen. And if you want notifications, I'm also posting on Twitter when I have new videos or when live streams are going to happen. So follow me on Twitter for those as well. I think today is going to be all about this guy. We're going to tear this little thing down and build a proper bee farm. We don't have a really big need for honey or anything right now, but if you watched my snapshot video, you saw that wax and honeycomb are going to have all kinds of uses with the next update, and I thought, why not get ahead of the curve a little bit? Plus, it's fun to have a bee farm. Pig agrees. If you're going to make a bee farm, you're going to need some bees, and as you may have noticed, I've been picking up bee nests whenever I run across them. And each of these is capable of holding 3 bees. Unfortunately, there's not a great way of telling how many bees are inside of each of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a little room here where we can plop the nests down, see how many bees come out, and then breed them up so that they each have 3. Doing the super flex and building with iron blocks here. Feels pretty good, if I'm going to be honest. So here we have it. If I go inside, I've got these 2 little pedestals here, and if I plop a bee nest down, eventually the bees will come out, and I've got 2 little bits of flowers here, and we can see how many bees are inside there. And then what I can do is plop another bee nest down, and basically breed them up so that we have a total of 6. I think you can pick these up without consequence if you use Silk Touch. Yes, I'm correct. I was hearing a zombie sound out here, and I did a little exploring, and there's a big old ravine just right underneath. I've apparently been down there somehow. All right, good enough for now. We're going to need lots and lots of yellow dye for this farm. So, oh, come on. So like I was saying before I got interrupted, gonna need lots of yellow dye. One thing that's cool about sunflowers is they give you 2 yellow dye instead of 1 like a dandelion does. So we just bone meal this guy, and every one of these little things is gonna give us 2 yellow dye. So this little room here is going to get mirrored over here, and then in between we will have our kind of lobby area and the farms, and this room over here obviously is where we can make bees. This room over here is going to serve a different function. So let me get this laid out, and then we'll start constructing farms and get this thing put together. This line of netherrack here is just a placeholder for what level the hoppers are going to be at, just to be a reference there. And I think we're going to build 5 farms in this space. We're just going to build 1 real quick so I can show you how they're going to get put together here. So right here is basically where the flowers will go, and then here is where the bee nest will go. Underneath the bee nest will be a hopper, and I'm just going to place it down for now, just as a placeholder. We'll end up turning them all in the same direction later. So, bee nest here, flowers will be here for them to eat. Is that what bees do with flowers, is eat them? Behind the bee nest, we're going to have a comparator. And this comparator will be facing out like so, and that will be reading how much honey or honeycomb is inside of the bee nest. The next thing we're going to do, place a temporary block, and then another block here, and then this is going to be a dispenser facing down. There we go. So the dispenser is going to hold either empty bottles or shears. The shears will collect honeycomb and the bottles will collect honey. I think 2 of the farms are going to be for honey and 3 of the farms are going to be for honeycomb. All right, now, this is the tricky bit here. Out the side, I'm going to put a block like that. And let's see if I can get out there. Put some temporary blocks down. All right, and then a block here, and then a temporary block, and then block there. All right. This one, I'm going to put some redstone dust on top of, and this one I'm going to put some redstone dust on top of. Let's see. Can never remember which direction. Nope, other way. Observers face. They face away from you. So if I point it into the dust, should see a face. There he is. Great. Okay. And then I'm going to do another comparator here, like so, facing out of this block. And then I'm going to jump down and do one more thing. 2 more things. I'm going to remove the temporary blocks. And then we're going to put an item frame on the back of this one. Inside the item frame, I'm going to put an arrow. And I think the arrow needs to face down, which is 3 clicks. 1 click, 2 click, 3 click. Perfect. Glass, 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 glass. I'll make this too tall. And then I'll put a lid on it once we have the bees in there. So, you might ask yourself, what is going on here? Well, what's going to happen is the bee nest will be facing this way. The bees will come out, they'll collect the pollen, go back in the nest. About every 3 times they do that, the nest will fill up with either honey or honeycomb. What's going on back here is this comparator right here is detecting how full this is and sending out a signal. Now what I've got going on here is this comparator senses that there is an item frame sending out a signal, and this signal is going into the side of this comparator. This comparator is going to be in subtract mode, which means it's going to take the signal coming out of here and subtract this signal from it. So only when this is all the way full will this block get powered. This guy will see that, activate the dispenser, and either shear or bottle the honey in here. That's pretty much it. So kind of a weird little compact design, a little more expensive than some of the traditional designs, but I think it's going to work out just fine. So I'm going to put a tall flower here. I'm going to put a small flower here. Remove that. Now the trick here is place down the nest and then place the glass before the bees get out. No problem. All right, that is 1 farm down. Now we're just going to do that 4 more times. So far, so good. One little change I made to the farm, I had the comparator facing into the nest or hive, and then I had this signal coming into the side. Well, I realized as I started tiling them that this signal is actually pointing into both of these. And so I could eliminate every other one because this is doing, the job of sending a signal into the side of both of these comparators. It's the same signal, so that works out great. So ultimately, I only had to have 3 of those. I have 5 farms, so this one's doing 2, this one's doing 2, that one's doing 1. But yeah, that was a nice little discovery. It's starting to come together here. I'm still working out what the front is going to look like. I think iron is going to be the primary material. And then this area over here is going to be kind of the collection area. And then I might put in a staircase so that I can get up here and kind of service these things as needed. So yeah, let me see if I've got room for that here. So we're going to make a small adjustment back here. So I figured out observers, they send a signal whenever they see something change. So the observer was sending a signal when the redstone came on and sending another signal when the redstone went off. And so it was firing 2 bottles. So we are going to go with a little bit more of a traditional bee farm design on the ones that are using bottles. So the 2 on the end that are dispensing bottles, I went with a design similar to what we had before. So the comparator is measuring how full the beehive is. When the hive is full, it puts out a signal of 5. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then trigger the dispenser. So this I'm just sort of feeling out as I go, as far as what I think looks kind of cool. So I don't have much of a plan, just kind of wrapping it in a shell. All right, here's what I've got so far. Ta-da! So it's all iron blocks and yellow concrete. The right side is quite a lot deeper than the left side is. The left side's only about half as deep, and I'll show you why that is. So when we go through our front door, we end up in a little lobby area. We can see the farms back there. To the left is our little bee breeder area, and then to the right is our collection area, processing, etc. I also have a door so I can come back here, and if I need to do any maintenance on the farms, I can do that. So this side is just deeper than that side is. So I'm using barrels because if it's a chest and there's a solid block above it, it won't open. Barrels don't have that problem. So just a couple more things to add. One is we need to fix our lighting situation. Second is I'm going to work on a collection system. And then third, I want to be able to put shears and bottles back up there without having to run back up there. So I was thinking I wanted to have an automatic refill for the bottles and the shears, but I didn't really leave myself enough room up above to fit all of that in. So what I'm going to do is just have a manual refill. I'll just run up here and throw the bottles in, and shears is one of those things that you just don't have to replace very often, so that'll be really easy. So now I've got this cool little catwalk, and I can run up here and refill my bottles, or run down here a little further and refill my shears. And that pretty well does it. Everything is lit up so we don't get spawns. I've got bottles and shears in there. The drops are rolling in. We're getting honeycomb and honey, which allows us to make block forms of those as well, which are pretty cool. I've never really built with honeycomb blocks, but I could definitely use that texture. And then once 1.17 drops, we will have honeycomb so that we can wax the copper and make candles. So this is fantastic. Last 2 things I need to do are just connect the path and put carpet on the roof so things don't spawn up there. And that is a finished honey farm. Voila. Excelente. Perfecto. That looks very cool. Very interesting with the little details on the edge there. Very nice. While we're inside, let me give you a real quick tour of what's going on. So the map room hasn't changed much. It's still here. Over here, as we left it, is our planning room with all of our tasks up on the wall here. Over here, I've started moving in the trophies. So I've got the heads up on the wall. I've got our Wither Killer. I've got our very first pickaxe from when we started. I've got a banner here, and if we get other banners, I can put those up there. Over on the other side, I've started moving out of here a little bit. I'm going to turn this into a bedroom lounge sort of situation. Over here, I have started moving in the brewing supplies. So those are all over here, slowly moving in. Hung a light from the ceiling just to give it some decoration. Still a lot to do here. And then over on the other side, I started moving in the enchanting tables. So I've got the grindstone, got, you know, our lapis, things like that. BB sitting up on the table or shelf still. Yeah, still more to do in here as well. But we're getting there. So I had asked you guys what I should do for the purple accent in my base. Some folks thought I should do the hardened concrete, and I agree the hardened concrete is definitely the cleanest looking one. Some folks thought I should do the wool, and honestly, I was hoping the wool was going to be the most popular one because I have so much of it. The one, though, that most people thought I should do was the powdered concrete, and so that's what I went with. And the powdered concrete, it does have a little bit of a mottled texture, which matches the portal nicely. And the color is pretty close, so we're going to go with that for now. And if I hate it, I can always change it. One super quick reminder, we still need a name for this guy. And with that, I think we're going to wrap it up. Just a reminder to follow me on Twitter if you want to know when the videos post and when I'm going live on Twitch. And also feel free to follow me on Twitch so you can watch me do some of the behind-the-scenes stuff. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you had fun. Please like and subscribe if you want to follow along on the adventure. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.